Hello, this is Dave Lungren, and this is the first in this series of video for the Game Strategies and Motivation course. Role-playing. I believe that role-playing is a very, very powerful tool for teaching and learning. And when I think of role-playing, particularly in the context of teaching and learning, I really think of learn by doing. A lot of that is probably because of my background. 13, 14 years ago, I started in the computer-based learning business by working for Dr. Roger Schenk, who came out of the Institute for Learning Sciences at Northwestern University. And he was really a guru of learn by doing, placed little value in traditional forms of education, lecture, test, drill, and whatnot. He felt that the only way people truly learn was to learn by doing, and that has stuck with me ever since. I mean, when I think of my present position, I manage the online development team for a college. If you want to learn accounting, what you really need to do is learn to be an accountant. And the best way to do that is to role play being an accountant, to learn by doing the things that a real accountant does. Authentic assignments, and more importantly, authentic assessment. It does you no good to learn about things in a vacuum. You need to learn about the real tasks that people do. Looking at it on a little more theoretical basis, in the context of Bloom's taxonomy, role-playing or learn by doing or job simulation, whatever you want to call it, and they're all connected, and they're all extraordinarily effective at helping learners reach a higher levels in the cognitive domain. Move beyond mere knowledge and comprehension and into synthesis and evaluation, if you look at Bloom's. Really what you need to learn to do is be a practitioner, move beyond student or learner and up to a level of being a practitioner in the domain. That's a much higher level thinking, much higher level of education. This week, the exercise that we did about creating our own character for the Dungeons and Dragons game really got me thinking about, role-playing or learn by doing. Traditionally you give the learner a role that they then inhabit. For example, an accountant. In this exercise, you're playing an accountant. You're doing the books for a small company. But I started thinking about maybe it'd be more effective to even back that up a little further. Let's make the learner first define the accountant's role. I mean, it's really a more constructivist approach. What is an accountant? What do they do? Define those tasks, define that role. I think there's certainly some very important learning points in there. And certainly the next time I build one of those, I'm going to think about that. In terms of making the learner define their role more rather than just giving it to them. Second big thing this week was reading the G book, and that concept of semiotic domains I found very interesting. It certainly gave me a new perspective to think about gaming, and it goes beyond gaming to any other domain of the kind of the internal and the external of the domain and the different levels of learning the domain, learning how to affiliate with others who are connected to the domain, and then preparing yourself for future learning in the domain. It's really interesting, and I think as I move forward and design learning environments, I'm thinking in the concept of that semiotic domain and making sure that the environment that I design works and matches the principles that G lays out. I think that's another very important thing I learned this week. So really excited. Looking forward to the next 3 weeks. And I think that's it. Talk to you next week.